Good morning, students. In the previous video, we learned about the distribution of the ferrous minerals, the iron, their types and the distribution. The next ferrous mineral, that is manganese. Manganese is mainly used in the manufacturing of steel and ferromanganese alloy. Alloy. What is alloy? There is a question that a metal made by combining two or more metallic elements, especially to give greater strength. That alloy, it is a metal made by two and more than two metallic elements. And what is the purpose of manufacturing alloy? To give greater strength. About 10 kg of manganese is needed to manufacture 1 ton of steel. If you want to manufacture 1 ton of steel, so how much manganese you needed? That is 10 kg. It is also used in manufacturing bleaching powder, paints and insecticide. So insecticide is used in the field to kill the insect, paints in our home, and bleaching powder for cleaning process. Odisha is the largest producer of manganese. So it is the description of manganese, that what is manganese, what is the use of manganese, and where manganese is found. The next one is non-ferrous minerals. As we discussed, that non-ferrous minerals are those minerals which do not contain iron content. So India is not so much blessed with the non-ferrous minerals, but their importance is very much for our country. So the research and the production of non-ferrous minerals in India is not satisfactory. However, these minerals, which include copper, bauxite, zinc, lead and gold, play a vital role in a number of metallurgical, engineering and the electrical industries. So first the non-ferrous minerals, that is copper, tamba. So the copper is not sufficient available in our country. It is deficient. It is mainly found in the Balaghat mines of Madhya Pradesh, Khetri mines in Rajasthan and Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. What are the properties? That it is malleable, converting to thin sheets, into wire, ductile and the good conductor. What are the uses? In the electric cables, electronic and the chemical industries. So this is the description of copper. Next one is bauxite. Bauxite is ore of getting what we are getting? Aluminium. Mainly aluminium is obtained from bauxite. It is a clay like substance. Bauxite deposits are formed by decomposition of a wide variety of rocks rich in aluminium silicates. So what is decomposition of rocks? When the rocks breaking down into smaller pieces due to climatic reason, due to natural reason, this is known as decomposition of rocks. Most abundant metal element in the earth crust. पूरे पृथ्वी के क्रस्ट में अगर सबसे ज़्यादा मात्रा में कोई मेटल अवेलेबल है तो आपका कौन सा है? बॉक्साइट. What are the properties of bauxite? That silver white metal with extreme lightness, ductile, great conductivity and the great malleability. All these are the properties of our bauxite. So distribution: Amarkantak Plateau, Mackal Hills and Plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni. And next question is that Odisha is the largest bauxite producing state in India with 45% of the country's total production. Suppose 1 ton, 45% of 1 ton is coming from only one state, that is Odisha. So this is the description about bauxite. Now the next concept is non-metallic minerals. It means the minerals which do not contain the features of metal. So the first which we are talking about, mica. India is blessing with the availability of mica. India is the largest producer as well as exporter of mica in the world. More than 50% of mica is producing by India in the world market. Mica is a mineral made up of a series of plates and the leaves. It splits easily into thin sheets. What are the characteristics? First point, mica can be clear, black, red, green, yellow and brown. Due to its dielectric strength, insulating properties, low power loss factor, and resistance to high voltage, mica is one of the most indispensable mineral used in electric and electronic industry. It is the 3-mark question for CBSE board, that what are the properties of mica by which we can say that it is the essential part of our electric and electronic industry. So these are the various properties or characteristics of mica. So next is distribution. That northern edge of Chota Nagpur Plateau, Koderma Gaya, Hazaribagh belt of Jharkhand, Ajmer in Rajasthan, and Nellore in Andhra Pradesh. So these are the regions which are rich in which deposit? In the mica deposit. The next concept is mining, hazards of mining. Why we can call that mining is a killer industry? So first of all, I want to explain about mining. Mining is a process of extraction of minerals from the crust that is known as mining. It has two types: open shaft mining and deep hole mining. There is a question that why mining is called a killer industry. What are the reasons? The dust and the noxious fumes taken through breathing by miners make them vulnerable to pulmonary disease. Those persons who are working in the coal mines, they are breathing in the inhaling process, toxins enter into their body and they suffer from the pulmonary disease. It means उन्हें फेफड़ों के क्या हो जाते हैं, रोग हो जाते हैं. Next, the risk of collapsing mine roofs, inundation and fire in the coal mines are a constant threat to the miners. आग लगने का डर, छत के ढहने का डर, ये सारे डर हैं जो कॉन्स्टेंटली कहाँ बने रहते हैं? माइन के अंदर बने रहते हैं. The water reserves in the region get contaminated because of mining. Yes, mining is responsible for soil pollution, for water pollution. There are various types of pollution, air pollution because of the mining. Dumping of waste and slurry leads to degradation of land, soil and increase in the stream and river pollution. So these are the various reasons by which we can say that mining is a killer industry. So how can we stop that mining become a safe industry, not a killer industry? So to use modern techniques. Second, safety equipments used for miners. So all these are the examples or these are the measures by which we can stop the mining to become a killer industry. The next one is that the rock mineral. Rock mineral, limestone. There is a question that name a rock which contains the single mineral, that is limestone, which is the basic raw material for our cement industry. Limestone is found along with rocks composed of calcium carbonates or calcium and the magnesium carbonates. It is found in the sedimentary rocks. Limestone is found in which rocks? In the sedimentary rocks. It is used in cement industry, a basic raw material, and smelting of iron ore in blast furnace. आयरन को पिघलाने के लिए किसका यूज़ किया जाता है? आपके लाइमस्टोन का भट्टियों के अंदर क्या किया जाता है? यूज़ किया जाता है. मध्य प्रदेश इज़ द लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ लाइमस्टोन इन आवर कंट्री इंडिया, विच प्रोड्यूस 16% ऑफ द टोटल प्रोडक्शन ऑफ limestone. Next concept is very important related to the conservation of minerals. In the first chapter we discussed about the sustainable development, that without harming the environment, development at present, without compromise the needs of future generation and judicious use of resources, that is known as sustainable development. So the theory is also implemented related to the conservation of minerals. The total volume of workable mineral deposit is 1% of the earth's crust, which is an insignificant fraction. It means total earth crust के केवल 1% पार्ट पर वर्केबल जो है मिनरल वो क्या आते हैं? पाए जाते हैं. कंजप्शन रेट इज़ वेरी हाई, फॉर्मेशन रेट इज़ वेरी लो. That's the reason that we are talking about the conservation of minerals. We are rapidly consuming mineral resources that require millions of years to be created. जिनको बनने में लाखों साल लग जाते हैं और जिनका प्रयोग हम बहुत तेज़ी से कर रहे हैं. So there is a tension in the minds of human that if we are using our minerals in rapidly, in very fast rate, so in the near future they will be finished. Mineral resources are finite and non-renewable. Regular extraction of ore leads to increasing cost as mineral extraction come from greater depths along with decrease in quality. Suppose we are getting mineral from 1 kilometer. Suppose we are getting, but due to depth, the mineral now is found from 2 kilometer. So the extraction cost becomes very high. और जितनी गहराई बढ़ती जाएगी उतनी ही जो क्वालिटी होगी किसकी, उस मिनरल्स की, उसके अंदर क्या आती जाती रहती, कमी चलती रहती है, कमी आती जाती रहती है. सो नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट इज व्हाट आर द मेथड्स टू कंजर्व द मिनरल्स. मिनरल्स शुड बी यूज इन ए प्लान एंड सस्टेनेबल मैनर. इन स्टार्टिंग आई told you about sustainable development. So this is the first step to use, how to use the mineral in judicious way, how to use the mineral, how to save them for our future generation by adopting 3 Rs. Now the students are talking about 5 Rs, but mainly 3: reduce, reuse and recycle. These are the 3 Rs which we can use for conserving the minerals. Next one is wastage in the mining and processing should be minimized and use of scrap metals. It means जो रद्दी में जो metals होता है हमें उनको क्या करना चाहिए, रिसाइकल करके उसे दोबारा से क्या करना चाहिए, यूज़ करना चाहिए. So these are the various techniques of conserving the minerals for our generation, present generation, and as well as we can conserve our minerals for our future generation. Thank you. Have a nice day.